Can we please give our bride and groom a nice warm welcome? Welcome, family and friends of Rachel and Hamza. My name is Jessica Alexander, and I am so grateful to be the authorised celebrant, lucky enough to be marrying them both today. On behalf of Rachel and Hamza, our bride and groom, I would like to thank you all for joining us to witness this very special moment in their lives. Each of you are here because you hold an important place to either one or both of them, so your presence today truly does mean a lot. I would also like to make special mention to all of those who are unable to be here today. In particular, Hamza's parents and brother, Dilawar Shamela and Abdullah Butt in Pakistan, who join us on the live stream, and his sister Anush Mujaba in Italy with her family, and Rachel's family in the Philippines. We also remember Rachel's late Lola Zeni and Lola Nene and Mama, who join us in the hearts and memories of all who knew them here today. Lastly, we need to acknowledge a very special guest who couldn't make it today, Rory Gilmore, Rachel and Hamza's other third child. Rachel is joined by her bridesmaids Angie and Ashley. Hamza is joined by his groomsmen Gaurav and Billy, and they were also joined by their little flower girl Lushana and ring bearer Kurama. Can we please give it up for the wedding party? Rachel and Hamza's love story first began more than 5 years ago in the middle of winter and the midst of COVID lockdowns. After being introduced by mutual friends, Rachel and Hamza shared their first date at the very romantic Grilled in Westfield Carousel. Rachel, attempting to look graceful on her first date, ordered a salad, whilst Hamza, clearly immediately comfortable, fulfilled all his hunger needs with a massive burger and a side of chips. The first date went really well, and they went out for a few months before Rachel broke it off because Hamza was a little bit too keen. Rachel felt Hamza was a little bit more invested in their relationship than she was, and she didn't want to lead him on. The breakup was quite amicable. That's what Rachel told me anyway. Hamza did not mention it. A whole year passed, but the entire time, Hamza never left Rachel's mind. She would regularly stalk his Instagram profile to see what he was up to, mostly just to check if he had a new girlfriend. Eventually, in November 2021, after months of wondering what could have been, Hamza sent her a message, and it wasn't long before they started seeing each other again. Rachel and Hamza's relationship continued to grow, with everything feeling completely natural, including when they started saying I love you to one another. It came up one day, and they both just kind of went with it. Rachel and Hamza have now been together for more than 3 years, and today will become husband and wife. When Hamza first met Rachel, he thought she looked polite and graceful, which he mostly attributes to her ordering a salad on their first date. Hamza describes Rachel as responsible and patient. He sees her as beautiful not only on the outside, but more so within. Hamza loves everything about Rachel, and he remembers a very specific moment when he knew she was the one. Rachel had invited him over to her place, and they were chilling after watching a movie when she started playing with his shirt. She was simply twirling the corner between her fingers, and sitting there watching her, he somehow just knew. When Rachel first met Hamza, all she thought was, he is so tall. Now she sees him as stubborn and brave, but also awkward. She loves how he is able to ground her and always reminds her to put herself first whenever she has pushed herself past her own limits to help others. For Rachel, there is no specific moment she knew Hamza was the one. Instead, there were many. It's usually when they're both just vibing with each other and making jokes, those little moments when they're both clearly the same type of weird. Since meeting, they have shared many, many memories together. Whether it's going to the gym, binge watching TV, or just going out in general, they appreciate any time they get to spend together. Their favourite date nights are the ones where they go out for a meal, often chimek, then go to iPlay or Time Zone before sharing any recent gossip on their drive home. Rachel and Hamza have also grown in their relationship together. Rachel now knows how to road rage properly, and Hamza is now a fan of dogs, even though their barks still make him flinch. But of course, we wouldn't be standing here today without a spontaneous proposal. Rachel doesn't like big and fancy, so Hamza went out and got a ring. Then, with the assistance of her niece, set up the room at home while she was at work. He filled the room with balloons and the ring under a heart-shaped Chewbacca pillow that said, "I choose you," alongside a few other nerdy Pokemon items. Rachel arrived home and her niece nearly ruined the whole thing by excitedly jumping at her and saying there was a surprise and balloons. Luckily, Rachel had no idea what she meant and continued to walk into the room. Hamza was there waiting and filming her reaction. To Hamza's disappointment, there was very little reaction. Rachel just stepped in and just did an awkward laugh. Hamza didn't even get to ask the question. Rachel just put the ring on as soon as she saw it and said, "Cool beans." They didn't have much time to celebrate after that though, because as they were setting up, Rachel's niece poked Hamza in the eye and they had to go to ED. And so that's how they got engaged, which brings us to today.